final game of the Women's Asia Cup 2024 and has to be the final. Team India versus the home side Sri Lanka, where Team India will be defending their title at the home of Sri Lanka, to be honest. Two well deserved sides, to be honest, for me. I have Deepu, I have Gurpalji. Gurpalji, starting with you. You saw the semi finals taking place yesterday. Talk us through your thoughts about it.
I guess both the semi-finals were pretty much one-sided. Writing was on the wall. Though Sri Lanka lost couple of or 3-4 wickets extra to overcome the target which Pakistan set. Otherwise, India were totally stronger side when it comes to the semi-finals. They just knocked out the Bangladeshis. Though the Bangladesh was saying we will be playing the fearless cricket. So their fearless cricket only got them 80 runs with 8 wickets in 20 overs. So India
Absolutely.
was really looking like a champion side. There's no doubt that whether when it's come to women's cricket, India is far ahead. This and other teams are this. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh do have competed with India, but I guess there's no match as compared to the Indian teams. And Pakistan match versus Sri Lanka was a very exciting match. It was a tough match. Like 140 could have been defendable. Some mistakes by Nidadar, some crucial drop catches. We know what Pakistan do when it comes to the fielding and all. That fielding and bit of bowling let them down. And we always knew chasing is quite easy when it's due and all in Sri Lanka at this point of time. So I guess two best of the teams are playing in the finals.
Absolutely. Two best teams playing in the finals, and that's the reason why we are into this Asia Cup 2024 final. Deepu, coming to you. You really thought that you would have an India Pakistan final. Unfortunately, that couldn't happen. What it was a nail biter, to be honest. Sri Lanka versus Pakistan yesterday.
Yeah, it was a great game. Even though, as Paji said that Sri Lanka messed it up. To be honest, Chamari was playing really well, so they should have won it around in the 17th over, if not later than that. So I think it's great that we have two good teams playing. None of them have lost any games yet. So I think it's a great game that we deserve to watch as a final India Sri Lanka. Hopefully the results come in our favor, and we can win the Women's Asia Cup too, along with the men's team who achieved the same feat around the same time last year. And maybe it's Renuka who does the Mohammad Siraj this time around, 50 all out. I'm hoping for that. But yeah, I mean, it's important that we win this Asia Cup because we have the World Cup around the corner, and we just need to emulate the men's side and get the trophy back in. Because the women's team haven't achieved that any ICC trophy in the recent past, and we badly need one before the One Day World Cup too next year in
Yep.
India.
Absolutely. You said about Mohammad Siraj, we are just moments away from the men's T20 taking place today. But yes, as you rightly said, we will see that. But let's take a look into the road to the finals for both the teams who have gone unbeaten. Talking through the road to the finals for Team India first, Paji. Unbeaten run, as Deepo mentioned, 4 out of 4. If we had to speak about one special win, I think you will not consider Nepal and UAE, to be honest, keeping aside and respect to their opponents. But is it between Bangladesh and Pakistan?
Uh, I would say both the wins. I mean, Pakistan. We will rate Pakistan, but of late Bangladesh also have given them some needle to India when we played last time with them a couple of years back with them at their home ground when there was umpires fiasco and everything. So semi-finals are semi-finals. So both games are pretty great and even as per the context of the match and the game. Pakistan is a huge side beating Pakistan. The way after the
Hmm.
India game, the way they have performed in the tournament, that was also very good by the Pakistani women. But yes, semi-final, knocking Bangladesh out for 80 runs and then chasing the target in 10-12 overs. That was a fantastic one. Icing on a cake. I will rate the
Absolutely
Bangladesh win high.
fantastic. Icing on the cake. So you're going with Bangladesh, to be honest, keeping aside Pakistan's rivalry. Deepu, coming to you. On the other end, for Sri Lanka, we had so many victories. I think yesterday's one has to top the list.
Yeah, because it was the game of nerves playing the semi-finals, and I was actually scared with India, because it was Bangladesh who beat us in the last to last Asia Cup in the final, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, and the Sri Lankans just ensured that I was eagerly looking to their game as well. It went down to the wire to the second last ball. So yeah, definitely it will be the semi-finals for Sri Lanka. That will be the best game of the tournament.
Absolutely, that has to be the best game of the tournament. Sri Lanka. After Chamari got out, we were like, okay, this game might just go on favor of Pakistan. They might just sneak a comeback. But the way Anushka batted, Sanjeevani, she batted brilliantly and she got them over the line. That's the reason why you are there in the game of nerves. When it's under pressure, you deliver. And both the captains of Team India and Sri Lanka have been in red of form, to be honest. Harmanpreet did not have to do much of her batting so far in the tournament, but Chamari has been on song. Let's take a look into the captain's corner, the form for both the teams' captains. Paji, coming to you, how much of an experience do you see these two players? Harmanpreet Kaur's 117 caps as T20 captains for Team India. Chamari Atapattu 92. If you look into the runs, I think Chamari is way ahead of Harmanpreet just because she's an opener. And as we say, there are many occasions where Shefali and Smriti Mandana finishes things off before these players come out to bat. So experience versus experience campaigners will be there tomorrow in the final.
So if you remember, Pritam, in one of our show, I told you, come at the hour, come at the moment. So वो शायद कल सेमीफाइनल में हो गया, I believe. वो कमरदार कमर वाला वुमन वाला काम हो गया. But no, Chamari has a equally very important role. She's leading the side. She's an all rounder. That's the main thing. Harman, we know she's not bowling enough now at the moment. She's an opener, left-handed batsman, and the bowler. So Chamari has a great role for Sri Lanka, and she's a one person around which the team revolves. And Harman,
Absolutely.
she has a support. She has of the order. She has a support of Smriti Mandana, Shefali. Then Jemmy is there. Then lower down the order, you have Pooja Vastrikar, Richa Ghosh. So and Harman is a finisher. So totally different kind of personalities. Harman is aggressive, and but the thing is that both have equal role in carrying the team. But Harman has more support. Indian team is more experienced, more support, and Chamari is like we as of I know she's a star for me for Sri Lanka along with couple of players. But when we talk about India, all 11 are stars. All 11 women are stars.
Absolutely, all 11 women are absolutely stars. But you said about the over reliance on Chamari Atapattu, we saw it yesterday as well, Deepu. If we get her cheaply early on by Team India, if Renuka or Pooja, whoever gets her cheaply, that would be game on and one step already into the final for Team India.
Yeah, she is aggressive as Paji mentioned, and it's important because we know what she can do. Not with the bat, but also with the ball. And with India, I think we have the personnel to actually dismantle her. And it's important that we get her cheaply because it's important whatever we do tomorrow, whether we bat first or ball first, we need to counter no, not only Chamari but also the other 10 members of the Lankan side. And I feel we'll be able to do it because Harman has a great record in terms of captaincy. If we look at the last column, 61%
Absolutely.
to 40 to 45. So I feel she has the personal, even though what Paji said is absolutely correct that she has the support. But Chamari also, with that 45%, I think she also has got that personal to actually help her
Yeah,
out. It's just that we don't remember the other players too much because it's a Sri Lankan team which is not spoken about in women's cricket much. So I think it's important that we take both the teams. I mean, we take Sri Lanka. Should not take Sri Lanka lightly, and just focus on our
absolutely.
basics and yeah, what we can do on the field tomorrow.
Absolutely, that's absolutely rightly mentioned. We should not take any teams lightly. We was a little bit while ago. We were reflecting back to the Asia Cup men's final where India Sri Lanka faced. Mohammad Siraj created havoc. Maybe Renuka does that. But let's sit back and see what the players do. The 22 players on the field has a job in hand. It's against the home side Sri Lanka Women's this time. They have a job to do in front of the packed stadium. I'm expecting their fans to come out in numbers as they were yesterday. So we will see that. But let's take a look into the pitch report of Dambulla. Pitch report coming out here, Paji. You know the stadium, even Deepu knows, but experience says a lot. It's going to be a day game final. And if you look in the right side of the things, so far in the Asia Cup, India has batted first twice, batted second twice, but Sri Lanka has batted thrice, batted three times in run chases, and only batted once. So in the first inning. So what's your take on how important will be the toss? Because under the sun in the day, you might see the spinners exploding.
So as it's a day game, I guess India has played more day games than Sri Lanka. Even the
Yeah,
semi-final, they played a day game. Even against
correct.
Nepal, there was a day game. So Sri Lanka has, I guess, has only played one day game or maybe all the day nights game. If mostly they have played a day night game. So India would be more accustomed to the conditions by in the day game because they have batted first, they have chased as well. When they batted
Mhm.
first, they put on the score of 200. The only team to put up a score of 200 in the day game while batting first was India only. Again, we will be relying on Shafali and Mandana to give us a flying start. Uh, I believe in simple things. That I know there are matchups and all, everything is there, but with day game, Sri Lankan bowling won't get that much swing
Swing.
as
Yeah,
compared to that in the night game. So that could be a advantage for India. Mandhana would be a key batter tomorrow because they have a left arm seamer who
Mhm.
curves the ball in and away. So Mandana could be a very important batter while chasing or batting first. So here you have to do that. If you score above 170, you are definitely in the game and you will have definitely 90% chance of winning the match. And if you bowl first, bowl out opposition under 120, 130. So that's the basic thing when it's come to women's cricket and this type of matches.
Okay, but Deepu, coming to you, the only game Sri Lanka batted first was in a day game, was against Malaysia, where Chamari Atapattu scored that century. But now, yesterday we heard in the toss of the second game, Nida Dar wanted to bat first, Chamari wanted to field first. Nida said one good thing, which I somehow agreed that in a knockout game, you should always put runs on the board because in chasing unit, you always have pressure. The pressure was there on Sri Lanka, including Pakistan, but somehow Sri Lanka got over the line. Final day game, what would you do if you're given the captain's hat? Bat first or bat second?
Well, I would definitely bat first, and I think both teams should not fuss about the decision at toss, given that we have done really well as a side. And if I talk about India first, whether it's batting first or batting second, we have done that. Sri Lanka, I feel they are playing at their home turf. They are the home team. They know how Dambulla plays, irrespective it's an Asia Cup game or a World
Mhm.
Cup game or a normal ODI or a normal T20 to say. So I feel both teams should not fuss about it. But if you ask me, I'll definitely put runs on the board because it's a day game, and the pitch will slow down because I think we have seen 8 to 9 games played on the very same surface. They don't have many surfaces in this
Correct.
ground, so I feel it's better that we get runs on the board. Maybe if not 170, maybe 150, 160 would be enough. And we then and the team India has their spinners to choke Sri Lanka out,
Absolutely.
or to say about the other side as well. They also have that personnel to dismantle the Indian women's team as well.
Correct.
So I think whosoever will wins the toss will definitely have that one step ahead in the game.
Okay, so toss will be crucial according to Deepu as well as Gurpalji. In the day game, you should always elect to bat first in a final because the pressure will always be there. And we have seen so far in the Women's Asia Cup, the pitch has played so well. Ball is coming nicely onto the bat, so scoring will be easy. Maybe 130, anything above 130 in a final. Despite it looks like a competitive total, but I think it's going to be above par in my opinion. 130 plus is really above par in my opinion in a final. We'll see that. Pitch report is done and dusted. Let's take a look into the top three players to watch out for. Top three players to watch out for, according to me, in a final. I think Shefali Verma is there because she plays left arm paces really well. That's the reason why I've had her. Harmanpreet Kaur, the skipper, and Renuka Singh Thakur for India. For Sri Lanka, Chamari Atapattu has to be there. Kavisha Dilari, the leg spinner, as well as you have the all-rounder skill of her. And Prabodhani, the left-arm seamer, as Gurpalji was talking about her. Six players I have. Paji, starting with you for Team India, then to Sri Lanka. Any changes for you?
No, I guess you have made the right choices. Along with that, Harmanpreet is critical, but I'm saying Mandhana and Jamima, they are critical players because of late Indian middle order doesn't have a had a good hit in the tournament. So it is better that India should bat first as well, because playing and changing any total and being putting yourself under pressure won't be would be a not be a great idea. So I guess win the toss and bat first and hope send Smriti Mandhana for a toss rather than Harman, because Harman has a knack of losing important tosses. Only toss we have won, I guess, when Smriti was leading the Indian side in this
Absolutely.
tournament. Hopefully, luck favors tomorrow to Harman. But I guess we should not think about what happens at the toss, because if we are looking forward to put a statement to the world cricket, we should win this final and put a statement to the world cricket that we are ready for the World Cup.
Absolutely. But Paji, one more thing I want to ask you before we move on to Deepu. Shefali Verma with a strike rate of 149 in this Asia Cup. Chamari Attapattu with a strike rate of 148. Are they setting up some examples for the youngsters?
Yes, obviously we have seen a 200 score scored by Indian team. Shefali got 85, 87. Chamari got 100. So I guess they are also learning, like the men's cricket is. They are also now not the teams that the women's team also planning to blood in some power hitters in their team. So you will see a good exciting final, also the World Cup. We'll see. Hopefully,
Absolutely.
Bangladesh gives us a good pitches, and I'm sure ICC will be taking care of that thing.
Absolutely. But Deepu, coming to you now, same six players we have. Paji added Shimiti Mandana, Jemiva Rodriguez in the Indian setup. No changes for him in the Sri Lanka setup. He was speaking about hitters. We cannot forget Richa Ghosh, to be honest.
Yeah, she'll be a clutch player for us, not only with the bat but also with the gloves. As I mentioned, that the Indian team has been found wanting in the fielding department. It has been mentioned again and again. So hopefully it's not Richa goes the batter, but the keeper who impresses me the more in the game, because when it comes to taking important catches, we need to plug these out, because in the recent few games against top sides like Australia or England, we have been dropping many catches, and even the ground fielding has been
Absolutely.
very
Yep.
average. For which the Mazumdar has also say spoken about that we have to improve as a fielding unit, and that was his main mojo when he joined the side as a coach. So hopefully that what I want is that the team to do well, and especially more in the department of fielding, batting and bowling. I'm confident that we'll be doing really well, but it's the fielding department which has let us down. So hopefully Richa Ghosh does well as a keeper, and I'm adding Deepti Sharma and Pooja Vastrakar as the
Okay.
two other players, given that both are all rounders, and they haven't got that hit in the tournament as of now. And I feel it's important that they get that hit as well with the bat, especially because with the ball they have been doing well. But it's important that our all rounders also get utilized in both the skills.
Okay, so fair enough. You've gone with your picks as well. You've gone with Pooja Vastrakar. You've gone with Deepti Sharma. Paji, as you say as well. Top six players to watch out for is done and dusted for both the sides. Let's take a look into the predicted playing 11. Starting with the host, which is Sri Lanka, I think they will go with an unchanged 11. The Gurpalji, they looked good yesterday, but as we said before, over reliance on Chamari Attapattu might just cost them the title.
So that will always be there. Chamari Taputu is the star player, and they have Anushka Sanjeevani as well. She played a very good hand yesterday as well.
Absolutely.
Kavisha is there. So their team, I don't think so. They will do much of a changes in the team. Or is there any option? You have any option to change? I don't think so. So
No, no,
they
I
will
don't
go
think
with
so.
the
They will change
they
any
will go with
winning
the same. They
combination.
will go with the same team, because all bases are covered, and it's a
Yeah,
being a day game as well. So I guess they will go with the same team. Again,
they
the
will go
onus
with the
will be
same
on
team.
Chamari, and then the wicketkeeper batsman Anushka Sanjeevani for some big hits.
Absolutely. Anushka Sanjeevan is there. Chamari is there. Then you have Kavisha Dilari. She had a very handy knock. She has a really good sweep shot, I must say. Deepu, I think Deepu will also say the same. Why change a winning combination when you have gone with an unbeaten streak into the final?
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep the same score because there's no point changing in the final.
Absolutely. So I'll continue that now to India. It did surprise me, to be honest, the reason behind getting Uma Chetri into the 11 instead of the Arun Hemlata Deepu.
Yeah, I mean, I was also confused to be honest. Why to include her in a game. Eventually, she didn't got to bat, but there will be days when she'll have to come at number three, and it's an important position. We all know that. So I'm still surprised at why she's in the 11 in a semi-final. Even though I have this feeling that there might be a change. Harman, we know she can take those bold decisions. She is capable enough. So I can see a room for the Hemlatha coming in tomorrow because she has got that hit in the Asia Cup earlier in the tournament.
Then
So
what could
I
be the
think that
reason behind dropping Uma Chetri now? Because she couldn't bat. She didn't get an opportunity to bat.
I feel batting. I feel it's the only reason that I'll drop her off is because she hasn't batted in the tournament as of now, and to straight away bat in the final, it can prove dividends whether she can. She can also score, but she can also flop. And but I feel it's no point taking a risk in a final, and especially knowing the fact that we'll be going into an ICC event before just after this game. So it's important get the batter who has already got the hit and who knows the pitch well in Dambulla and who can play the opposition as well. So I think it's better we get him Latha. We can try Uma in other games, what we follow in the warm up games or
Okay.
any other series that we'll be following.
Okay, fair enough. So that what you're saying, Uma Chetri out there and back into the side.
Yeah.
But Gurpalji, coming to you, Sri Lanka has a couple of left arm pace batters as well in this side. So do you still fancy playing Tanuja, Radha, both left arm orthodox, or you still want to see in the final, as Deepu mentioned, bold calls can be taken Asha Shobna into the 11?
I guess I've seen Tanuja convert. She's a very smart and straight smart cricketer. She bowls very well, and she has that kind of Imad Wasim kind of away delivery to the left-handers, which I've seen bowling her. She's not a typical orthodox left-arm spinner. The ball turns into the left-hander. She has away delivery as well, and she's a very smart cricketer. So you are missing Shrenka Patel and Asha Shobna. She will be again a leg spinner with bit of googly. So I don't think so. But if you want to be a bit of over aggressive, you can drop Uma Chetri and bring Asha Shobna. If you think the track is will give more assistance and more turning, then you can bring Asha Shobna in. Or again, I'm saying the same question which I'm asking you on every time you are giving your predicted 11. Why Jemima is batting at number 5? Why
Yeah.
she's not batting at number 3? We should have ideally Shefali, Smriti, Jemima, Harman, Richa Ghosh, then a power hitter. That who
So,
could be
so
any
what
better?
if what if we drop Uma, get Jemima at number 3, and have Sanjeevan Sanjana at number 6 or 7, whatever the spot is?
Sanjeeva Sajana, or you can have Asha Shobna as well, another bowling option, a leg spinner.
But that would just lower down our batting, because at this moment, till
But
Richa
you have
Ghosh, we are
you have
number
Deepti
6,
Sharma, you have Pooja Vasavi, you
Deepti
have
at
six
7.
seven batsmen.
I feel we
You have
have
six seven
great
batsmen.
batters enough. Pooja can smash, and she's compared to Hardik Pandya. So, she has that batting capacity. I feel it's important that we get limited options, but those are good enough to actually win you games instead of, there's no point having 7, 8 batters when you can't win a game. So it's better that we get 6 proper batters, and as what Paji mentioned, we can get Shobna in because we have been waiting for a leg spinner to come in after retirement of
Correct.
Poonam Yadav, to be honest.
Poonam Yadav.
So it's
Yep.
important we can actually unleash her on dead pitches of Dambulla, which are already getting tired. And Sri Lanka haven't played a leg spinner in, so I think we can go in with her. And Uma
And
Chetri, as what I mentioned, that she can actually sit out and Jemima can get her time at number 3. So I think these position changes are important now.
Okay, so
Also,
you are good.
also
Yes,
we
Paji.
know Asha Shobna. Also, we know Asha Shobna is a very aggressive character. We have
Yeah.
we have been at her receiving hand during the WPL final. She came and turned the game on its head. We were cruising at
Yep.
one stage, and she came and she turned. She and Shenka Patil both turned the game on its head. So that way, Asha Shobna is a very and being a day game, so we can always try. So we have to be aggressive mindset because again, I'm saying Asia Cup final is thing, but our main goal is World
World
Cup
Cup.
final, and we will be facing either England or Australia in the final. So we have to prepare for that. We have to give, and she's a match winner, Asha Shobna.
Absolutely. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, we three of us are Delhi Capitals fans, and still Gurpal ji has brought up a RCB thing just to say that we lost the WPL final, Delhi Capitals once again.
Don't talk
But
about
it's
it. 64 for no loss, 215 all out. I can't see it. I mean, I was there and I was just hiding, covering my ears, to be honest.
Deepu, we should blame Gurpal ji for bringing up this topic, to be honest. But let's
I,
focus back
I
on
mean,
the
don't
Asia
talk
Cup
about the
final.
finals,
Predict
please. Delhi don't have a good record as of now. Hopefully, third time we are
Next
lucky.
year, next year will be double.
Let's see that. We'll
Hopefully,
talk
it
about
will
the
be lucky
auctions
third
later
time
on.
around.
Absolutely. But predicted playing 11 is done and dusted. It's time for a little bit of quiz fun, to be honest, in the Asia Cup final. Questions for both of you. Here is the question, starting with Deepu first. Here is your question. If Deepu cannot answer, then I'll come to Gurpalji. Who was the player of the match in the 2022 Asia Cup final between India and Sri Lanka?
I don't actually remember this one, but I think it was one of the senior players, if I'm not wrong. I think it was Harman.
Jamie?
Harmanpreet Kaur, player of the match?
Yeah, for me it
I
will be
think Jamie.
Harman. I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
I
Deepu
think
says
Jamie.
Harmanpreet Kaur. Gurpalji says
Jamie.
Jemima
Jamie
Rodriguez.
one.
I'll, I'll give you one more try for both of you. It was a bowler.
So the bowler. Dipti Sharma?
Yeah. Deepti Sharma says Gurpalji. What's yours, Deepu?
Mm, Paji actually took my option. I was going to say Deepthi only, but I mean I can't remember
If
actually.
Paji goes
Yeah,
for a spinner, you go for a pacer then.
Renuka, maybe Renuka, or
Maybe
yeah, I
Renuka
mean
Singh. Okay, so he says maybe Renuka Singh. Let's see who
maybe.
is the winner is. Who is the right answer? The right answer, it is Renuka Singh Thakur, who was the
Oh,
player of the match.
it was
Deepti
just a
Sharma.
guess.
Deepti Sharma was the player of the tournament in the 2022 Asia Cup. So that was the answer. Thank you so much, both of you. It's time for the predictions time now. Now is the interesting part. Being in a neutral seat, I'll start with Gurpalji first. India versus Sri Lanka final. India defending the title at Sri Lanka against the home side. Predictions time now. What's your percentage?
50-50. I will go 50-50. The home conditions, home crowd support. Final. Let's start with 50-50. We'll see after the first five
50-50.
overs. We'll
Okay,
see after the first
50-50
five
for
overs.
Paji. Gurpa, Deepu, for you, is it a 50-50 or are you tilting towards any of the sides?
Well, see, anyone who fields well tomorrow will eventually win the game, and this is the weakest link for India. Indian women's team, that fielding has been the weakest link. If we can improve it to 10% tomorrow, we are winning it. Else, it will be a 50-50 call as well for me. So it's important that we field well, and the other two departments will take care of it. So I'll say 51-49 in favor of India.
51-49 in favor of India. Both the teams need to be sharp on the field because yesterday Sri Lanka had a very, very poor day in the field against Pakistan. So fielding is a must. Teams winning the toss may just have 1% extra into the game. So we will see that. Thank you so much, Gurpalji. Thank you so much, Deepu. Thank you to all of
Thank
you
you.
for watching the entire Asia Cup with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Sit back and enjoy the day's final of the Women's Asia Cup 2024. So thank you so much
Thank,
and bye bye.
thank you, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.